Warning, this podcast does not contain Cisco.
What?
Or Caitlin. Or
Good.
Wells.
Okay.
Or Zoom. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the SC on TV podcast for Supergirl, Season 1, Episode 18, World's, no apostrophe, World's Finest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, Dom, and with me is Cleo, Rachel, and Nikki.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. So, crossover time.
Mm-hmm.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. We've been talking about this on Supergirl since episode 1.
Probably, yeah.
This is the reason why I started watching Supergirl.
No other reason, just this one. This is the only reason.
I got caught up for this episode, but I'm going to keep watching, so
No, it's a good show.
it is a good show.
It is a great show.
It's different than most of the other superhero shows.
It was a very rough start, this show. And
Yes.
Just a little bit before the Kara Goes Evil episode, I feel like they found their full groove.
Yeah,
Right.
it was because it's different. They went a different way with it.
Yeah. But this episode just slams the Flash into people's faces, so I'm really curious, like, what people who had never seen the Flash and just started watching Supergirl thought of this episode. Like,
That it was hilarious.
It was great. I loved how Barry just came crashing in and him and Kara were besties from the very first second.
I've
She
been
acted
saying
like-
this the whole time. They're practically the same person.
yeah, it's true. And
The way they act together was hilarious. I loved it.
my all-time favorite scene, there were really, really good scenes, but my all-time favorite one is when he saves Kara and her shirt is on fire and he goes to, like, put it out and he's like, oh, I'm not, nope.
And then he's like, "You're really not perturbed that you're on fire right now. Are you all right?"
It's like, does this happen to you often? Actually,
Yeah.
yes, it does.
She's like, "I was fine."
It was
didn't need to see me.
absolutely phenomenal.
I
And-
like the scene where he had to prove to James and Wynn that he was super fast, and he brings them all back with ice cream,
Ice
and
cream.
Kara's like, yes!
Yeah, she lost her mind. That was great.
That's the point. I was just like, oh god, I love this. It was amazing. It was so cute.
So, that was me and Nikki's. Rachel, what was your favorite scene? Was it
That
awesome?
had to been up there. The ice cream one, probably.
Cleo, what was your favorite scene?
I don't even know.
You don't even know?
I don't even know.
She just liked the
So
whole
good.
episode.
And I think the one that
Nearly
made me...
the whole episode. 99% of the episode.
The scene that made me laugh the hardest was when Kat goes, all four of you standing there doing nothing, you look like the attractive yet non-threatening, racially diverse cast of a CW show.
Yep. Yep, I lost it.
I lost it.
That was the
It's
great
like
one.
how many takes did she have to do to get that all out in one take?
I mean, that's just how
Absolutely.
Kat talks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, but I mean that's
Yeah.
a mouthful.
It is. It is. It took me 3 times to go over her line in the episode to write that quote down. To make sure I had it right. But
How many times did they start cracking up? Because that was one of those funny, awkward scenes.
mhm.
So yeah.
It's phenomenal. And there's so many awesome, like, throwbacks and explanations and, like, so this episode had aired before this week's Flash episode. However, in the timeline of Flash, it takes place after this week's episode of Flash. So we were kind of wondering how Barry was going to get to and from here, but it was a little odd because watching this episode of Supergirl, we knew how he got there. And then after, when the Flash's episode aired, it was it brought us into, anyway, me at least, in a weird predicament where I kind of know how it ends, but not exactly, so I didn't know how I felt about that aspect of it. I wish the networks could have gotten, a little more lined up for it, because there's not an episode of Supergirl next week. There's a week break. So if they just held the Supergirl episode off 1 week, it would have lined up fine.
Exactly.
Well,
I mean,
it also has to do with what else is going on the channel.
That is
true. You
Yeah.
get the CW, and then you got it on a different channel. So it has to all do with timing, and they're two different channels, and they're owned by, I think they're owned by two different companies. So it just
right.
Isn't it like this nearly the same production team though?
It's the same
It's
producer.
the exact production team.
yeah,
the exact.
just on a different.
Is it?
Yes. Yep.
But I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, CW is big, but not as big as like the mainstream. So they have a little different,
I
way
don't
to
know.
go
I
about-
mean, the CW has really climbed up there in the past
Well, yeah, but
few
they're not
years.
as big as ABC, NBC, CBS. They're not that big yet. I'm not saying they're not getting there, but I'm just saying they're just not as big as those stations that have been around for a while. So probably getting them to line up, we're like, no, sorry, we already have that slot filled with this infomercial or something that's paying us.
CW's been around for a long time.
CW
It
was
was the WB.
the
Warner
WB
Brothers.
before
Yeah,
CW.
the WB. It got
Which
rebranded.
it's still owned by them, so I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like it just popped
No,
up.
I'm just saying it's not just popping up. I'm just saying it's not as big. It's just like saying our country is old, but not as old as Europe.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know,
Well,
this is just an overall really fun episode. Aubrey in chat says he loved how fun this episode was, but he can't wait for Diggle's reaction to Kara when they cross with Arrow. Like, that's gotta happen
Because he
at some
still
point.
has issues with powers, but
Right.
add alien to
Right.
powers.
Oh
and
my
he'll lose his
God.
mind. He'll lose his mind. I can't wait.
Diggle
So
is so precious.
He really is. He's
I
the
do-
realest person.
I know. I love the. I mean, I know Don was having a problem with what Earth is this? Is this
no.
our?
I'm
Karen our Earth, or are we in?
nope. I'm good on this now.
Yeah, no, it's
This
it's been
episode
clarified.
fixed everything for me,
Yeah,
because
before you-
we're gonna go into this. This is gonna be a deep
It's
deep
like-
discussion right now. Get
Okay.
ready. Hold on. Strap onto your seats. Hold in. Buckle up, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
And they mentioned that they had. She said Mariah Carey. He goes, oh well, at least you have Mariah Carey.
Yeah, our Earth has Mariah Carey. Now,
Yeah.
now keep in mind how similar their Earths were, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were mentioning all the similarities and stuff that they had. Then, Barry goes to Kara and goes, "Have you ever heard of the Black Canary, the Green Arrow, Firestorm, the Atom, Zoom? She heard of none of these, right? So they don't exist,
They
in
have
her
a
world.
Star City, but their Star City doesn't have a Star Labs.
right?"
Or their Central City. Their Central City doesn't have a Star Labs.
He specifically said, there's no Harrison Wells, there's no Caitlin Snow, there's no Cisco Ramon. They don't exist in this universe. Then they started talking about how the multiverse works and how one planet takes up the space, but you have all these alternate planets that, universes, parallel universes,
I
that
don't wanna go
vibrate at
Planet where Hitler didn't
Right.
die.
But they all vibrate at different frequencies, and they take up the same space. But because they vibrate at different frequencies, they don't interact with each other. Then it hit me, and it was right around the time that Kara mentioned Infinite Earths.
Yes.
And as Cleo was just holding up this lovely comic, Crisis
Two
of Infinite
lovely
Earth.
comics. Two lovely comics.
Yes, Crisis on Infinite Earth.
And Infinite Crisis.
Yes.
I
Where
would show Final Crisis, but I don't have it.
where there is a huge storyline in which
Huge.
two of these Earths, these parallel dimensions, could be more, but at least two can merge. Right?
And I hate to say that it's a lot more complicated than that, but it is. Because literally in Crisis on Infinite Earths, Earths are dying. They are,
Right.
dropping off the face of reality, and heroes from every Earth are teaming up and dying and all of this stuff. But
So each individual Earth has their different heroes.
some are the same, like you'll have Clark Kent as Superman across the board, almost. But you'll have, old man Clark and then young Clark, and the
Skinny, awkward
times and
Clark.
ages will be different. Huh?
Skinny awkward Clark.
Yeah.
Skinny awkward
There
Clark.
kind of is a
That
skinny
overweight,
awkward Clark.
lazy Clark. Let's go with that one.
And a big
Up
thing.
and oh, sorry.
A big thing was Silver Age versus Golden Age heroes, where like Jay and Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, and they were in one Earth, and and Barry, Hal Jordan, they were in another one. So stuff like that. It was where is it? I have the words I got off the wiki.
Words.
It was their attempt at cleaning up. They saw it as a chance to clean up DC's convoluted continuity by making a very confusing comic. Because I read it.
Let's just confuse everyone
At
and
least-
then just accept it.
Yeah. Well, no. It's sort of like a trying to resolve the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
And I had so Crisis on Infinite Earths is an old comic. It's 1985. Infinite Crisis, 2006. So would they saw Infinite Crisis as like a continuation of Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then the conclusion was Final Crisis. So I just figured this out. I never read the conclusion, so I haven't read the third arc in this. The multiverse is
what it seems to me is, because we've seen how on if you go back to the Flash and you see how the Flash handled their Nora Allen paradox thing, right? How they went about that. What was that arc called in the comics?
I'm sorry,
Cleo?
you're talking about Flashpoint?
Flashpoint, yeah. We saw how they handled Flashpoint. It was very different from how the comics went through. So what I'm thinking here is, because the Earths are so similar, and because Kara and Clark don't exist in Barry's world, and all of Flash Arrow stuff doesn't exist in Kara's world, that when they merge these two worlds, if they merge these two worlds, they would blend almost perfectly, because you don't have duplicates of Barry and Ollie and Kara and everything running around.
Yeah. And what I think seems, what I remember happening in the comics was when the Earths merged, everyone forgot. Nobody remembered there was this whole multiverse battle, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But so the like some of the dead heroes from one Earth like was replaced with one of the ones from another Earth. But the ones who were still alive sort of merged and became the same person.
Mm-hmm.
But it was sort of a way for them to, here's Bruce Wayne, who's been Batman for 40 years. He's
Become
really
a little
old.
younger.
We're replacing him with a younger Bruce.
See, I was just going to bring up, I was like, well, if they don't have Superman in the Flash universe, or Superman, they don't have Batman either, because Batman, we know Batman and Superman are, so there's not be a, well, I don't know if they're going to.
We have a Bruce Wayne. We do have a Bruce Wayne in the Flash universe.
Earth 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't
Maybe
know.
he's not
And
Batman.
Earth 2.
Maybe it's
Well,
Thomas
yeah, it
Wayne.
doesn't. It never says Bruce Wayne. It just says Wayne
Right.
Enterprises.
Right.
Or Wayne, whatever the.
He's
freaking
not
corporation
Batman in
thing
their
is.
universe. So it might be what she says, they combine, the same person combines. Just because they absorb each other.
Mm-hmm. So I mean,
They become one person.
this is huge. This can merge everything. There's been rumor that Supergirl has not been picked up yet for a second season. This show is completely produced by the same team that does Flash, Arrows, and Legends. It was shopped to the CW first, and the CW passed.
Now they're regretting that.
They already said before it started airing that they regretted doing that because of the potential crossovers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now that crossovers have become a thing or whatever, it seems like maybe a little less regret. But if there's no renewal, they're going to be able to open shop and let another network purchase it. And I do not think CW is going to pass a second time on this.
If CW doesn't get it, I have a feeling Netflix might try to snatch it up.
It's possible.
Or it might be a bidding war between
But-
CW and Netflix. So
I don't think it would be a bidding war since it's the same
no
production company that does Flash and Arrow. They have first pick.
They might have first pick, but if hello, money walks, money talks. You know, if Netflix comes up with a bigger offer, they might entertain it.
I doubt it. They're gonna want to be able to keep their universe cohesive and crossover, and they were describing some of the technicalities and the stuff that it took to even get this crossover to happen, and how
forget it if it's on Netflix, because if the whole season comes out at once, the crossovers won't match up, and there'll be spoilers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so
it's a possibility though.
They'll 100% go to CW. I don't think for even a higher increase in pay or anything like that they'd go to Netflix, because they're gonna want to keep their product together, unified, where they don't have to jump through hurdles to get to use the characters elsewhere. So I was really excited for this episode, and the episode delivered. I thought it was great. Everything from even throwbacks to Smallville, when Cat Grant wanted to call Barry the Blur.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, that's
just like, no,
that's what
what
Superman
about
was called on Smallville the entire time. Like,
Barry was just like, what about the Flash? That's a good name.
What else was she? What was the other name she
She
thought
knew
of? I was just cracking up. It was just like these
knew
names.
immediately.
No, her other name wasn't as good as her response to Barry saying, "What about the Flash?"
Yeah.
She's like, it sounds like a guy in a trench coat that just comes out and whips it out at everybody.
And then Barry's face, he's like, what? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah. That's a thing. No, the way that Barry and Kara interacted in this was just like two BFFs not seeing each other for like a long time and coming together and just being like, you know what I mean?
Barry wanting a picture with Kara's ship, like, oh my god, that was
and they're like,
amazing.
this is a secret government facility. You're not taking a picture.
Wynn was just like trying to reel them back in.
Do you have a CSI lab? Yeah, it's in my sister's office is this way. Oh, you have a sister? Like,
I know.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, is that a spaceship? Yeah, that's my spaceship. It's just like hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so funny. And then Jimmy was just not having it. He was just not feeling the whole entire time. And everyone's like, you have that look on you. He's like, what look? I'm thinking. Yeah, you're thinking, all right.
Yeah.
How to get rid of Barry. That's what you're thinking about.
And Kat was great because she's like, and when you see Barry off zipping around town in his little red suit, and you knew this whole time, and she says, I'm able to spot the extraordinary in mediocrity,
Like
the unextraordinary being on it, like that. And Aubrey James in chat is saying, I think Kat knows Kara's Supergirl, but we already...
I was just going to respond to that.
We already went through that, that story where we had John Jones mimic Supergirl and put Supergirl and Kara in the same place to throw Kat off, and it worked. And I honestly don't think...
As far as we know, it worked.
Yeah, I don't think she suspects it at all.
I don't think she expects her to be that. No, at least not right now.
I mean, she could be... not pursuing it, but I think there's a possibility she still thinks in the back of her head.
I think it's more of the Kat does not like being wrong, so when it appeared that she was wrong, she was just like, now that I see you two, you look nothing alike.
Nothing alike.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't think she's gonna like try to recant her statement now,
Yeah.
She's not that type.
Yeah, she's not pursuing it, so don't have to worry about
yeah.
But I love how like Supergirl, she's still like a new hero, and she's going around, and we deal with Silver Banshee and Livewire, and they're going in for Livewire. They don't even realize Silver Banshee's there at this point. And Barry's like, well, what's the plan? She's like, what do you mean? We're gonna go stop them?
What plan? Yeah, we're just gonna stop them, punch them until they fall over.
And we've seen every episode of The Flash, like, no, there's a plan going into everything. Like, you don't just go running head on into it and just hope you defeat him. Like, you work with your team, you figure out the weaknesses, your strengths, and you overcome it. You know what you're doing before you get in there. Kara just rushed in blindly.
Of course
She's
she does.
also has something to prove. So it's a little bit of
Yeah.
she's used to rushing in, but also she's really trying to prove something.
Yeah, but didn't really work out that well. Even bringing Barry along, it's because Livewire had her friend Silver Banshee along.
Well, also Barry fucking charged her up. I was like, oh god, it's lightning.
I know,
Barry.
right?
Aren't you a scientist?
He was thinking of overcharging her, is what he was thinking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, come on now. Who saw Siobhan, becoming this? We already knew she was the evil bitch.
I did not realize that Siobhan was taking costume lessons from American Horror Story season 1.
Her makeup,
I know, right?
it's so fucking stupid. That is the
loved it.
1%
okay.
I did not like about this episode.
I'm
was
going to
her
completely
makeup.
agree.
I knew she was
thought-
Irish. I knew she had probably an Irish background because of her name. Her name is a very Irish name. But then when they did her background about the curse and stuff, I'm like, are they going to go any further with this? Because that would be a very interesting story.
No, I agree with you, Cleo. Her makeup was entirely way too tacky. I mean, yes, it's a throwback to like the old comics and everything, and like the old look of Silver Banshee, but it just didn't work.
Do it with you can do it without it looking really
I
dumb.
thought Livewire had better taste. I thought she could do better.
I
Because-
loved
Well,
it.
apparently they left her lipstick in the jail cell because her lipstick was on point.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, and I mean, if supposedly Livewire gave her this makeover because she says so, it's like, dude, okay, don't do makeup ever again.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I
Like
like
I
her
said,
hair.
she looked like what was it, Tate walking out of American Horror Story? Is that his name? I don't remember.
Yeah. It was Tate in the first season, yes, but I mean, he wore it better.
Better.
Damn.
Bitch stole my look. No, it looked like a kid dressing up for Halloween. And they
Yeah.
put
Could
their
have, made her a little pale, kept her hair and costume the way it was, and it would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they made Livewire a little pale and it didn't look that weird because, she's supposed to look that way. So, I mean, I don't see why they did her. I mean, I know it was an homage too, but they could have done it a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, you could have made her pale, did the whole black, that would have worked, but
I mean, I don't like her to begin with, so making her look tacky, I think, was great.
Yeah, I don't think anyone liked her.
yeah, but she could have been cool.
It's kind of interesting though to figure out, find out the curse that it was all the women in her entire family. Someone from before they left from Ireland stole something from a banshee, and now it triggers when someone wrongs you, and the only way to stop it is to kill whoever is the object of anger, and if you don't kill them, your power is going to continue to grow. She's not going to be able to kill Kara, aka
It's going
Supergirl.
to take over her soul. It's going to take over her.
So, like, it says it's going to continue, the power is going to continue to grow, so she's only going to get stronger and stronger and stronger as time goes on. And this metahuman prison that Barry helped to the National City Police Department build is only going to hold her for so long, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless, I don't know. I mean, we don't know what that facility can hold, how much it can hold. They haven't really specified, it can only, what I mean.
Yeah.
So, and does she physically turn into a banshee, or does she,
It just looks like she inherits the powers, and she gets stronger and stronger and stronger until she's just
she's not Siobhan anymore. She's
not.
the banshee.
Yeah, she's not human anymore at that point.
Because it says with her. Well, her aunt said it takes over your soul.
Right.
And
Well, that's
I do love her aunt.
it takes over your soul if you do not kill the person.
Yeah, I love her aunt. She's like, well,
What do you think? What happened to your Uncle Henry?
I was dying.
Yeah, that was very, very funny.
I loved her aunt. I was like, can we have more of her?
Yeah.
She was sassy.
Screw Siobhan, let's get that aunt.
I know, but I love the backstory.
Yeah, the backstory was
I hope
cool.
they do more of it. I would like to see maybe a flashback to when it happened, or maybe a way to find out how to break it or something. There's a lot that could be done with that.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about the end of the episode?
No. No.
Can we talk about Lucy?
No,
there he
because Supergirl and finally kind of won the city back.
Yeah. That's right.
They fought for her.
Everyone stood up for her.
They actually stood up for her, put their lives on the line to save her, which I thought was phenomenal.
She
when
got electrocuted.
2 weeks ago, like she wronged them, not intentionally, but
Unintentionally.
They didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
The public is very fickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we've seen it in this show before with
Public opinion.
not understanding until it happens to you, like the senator lady.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I hate aliens, blah blah blah. Oh, you saved me. Aliens are great.
Yeah.
Until one is found out to be the head of the DEO, right?
But like even Lucy, like I applaud Lucy for her reaction with Barry.
Oh my god! So many times I wanted to strangle Lucy in this episode.
Really?
Really? What the hell?
Yes.
She didn't do anything in this episode.
Like
She just talked to Barry for like a minute.
Yeah.
Alex, and like she passed the lie detector. She's just lying. We're arresting her. It's like, bitch, you have nothing to arrest her for.
That wasn't this episode.
Or whatever.
Last episode.
It was last one. But I can't stand her because of that.
But in that very same episode, she teams up with Kara and saves her.
She has a lot to prove to me.
Yeah,
I just
don't
can't
know.
stand her. I can't. Ever since
I didn't like Lucy
can't
until
stand
that
her
scene with Kara, and that
But
changed
then
everything around for me.
I'm like, ugh, she's a flip flopper, so I can't trust her.
No, she didn't have all the information, so she was acting without the right information. And when she had the right information, she made the right choices because she knew what was going on.
Yeah, and we see the way that she even handles Barry. Like,
Yeah.
she's acting exactly how she needs to be right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's being protective when Barry shows up. Like, oh my god, what are you doing here? This is an intruder. And the Supergirl vouches for him, and she 100% backs off. They're letting Barry at the console, like reprogramming their system, like. Like
I thought it was hilarious that they just let him walk in like that. I mean, yeah, Lucy put up a little bit of a fight, but he had access to everything.
Yeah.
And as much as I loved Kara and Barry, I loved Win and Barry.
Win and Barry was great too.
They connected on the science, and I keep hitting my microphone. They connected on the science. Now.
That was nerd love right there. They were just instant.
And then it worked.
Love.
It worked well in the story too. To like as Kat was saying, you need to make him jealous, and I'm like, that's never gonna work. And then I forgot. Not that I forgot that Barry was in the episode, but like I forgot that they were gonna be buddy like this. So like as soon as he came in, and I was like, oh my god, James is gonna be so fucking jealous.
Well, here's the thing. The way Kat said it, I thought it was going to be like, you should flirt with someone else. I'm like, no, that's not how you...
Right.
And I'm glad that Kara didn't do that.
Right.
I'm glad that's not where they took it. They just...
That's
spending time with just, like, being around him was
another guy.
And watching him, like, huff and puff, like, slam himself down on the couch, and Barry was, like, in the middle of talking, he's just like...
Yeah.
And then he goes right back to what he was saying.
And I love when Kara and Barry left the room and Wynn's sitting there looking at him.
Yeah, he's like,
He's like, I know exactly how you feel,
I didn't know your face could make those muscles.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, dude. Been there, done that. I know exactly how you're feeling. And he's like, just totally denying it. It's like, dude, everyone sees it. Hell, even,
It's so much easier for you to see someone else than it is to see yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
Jimmy wasn't just denying it to Win, he was denying it to himself.
Oh, yeah, 100%. We see it there, and then, Kara goes for it at the end, and they embrace. They share a kiss. And I'm kind of in the same boat as Aubrey in chat. He goes, I ship Win and Kara. Fuck James. I would rather see Win and Kara, personally.
No.
It would be cool, but I think it would be...
But because she doesn't feel that way, it's
Right. No, I know.
not work,
Just seems.
Correct.
It seems like they're just really good friends. It seems
which
they're-
they are.
they're really good friends. That's just how their relationship is. They're two. It's almost like the opposite attract kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you have two opposites, it's a little more interesting, especially in shows and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like two of the same people dating each other. It's kind of boring.
And it also drives you fucking crazy. You don't want to
Yes.
date yourself. Like, if I dated myself, I would probably kill her.
I could totally handle myself.
No.
Dom, I'm pretty sure you're the only one.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right.
But let's talk about the people mindlessly walking in the
Well,
streets.
how about James just like getting this amazing kiss and then just like turns into a zombie and walks out?
Her fucking car. She was like,
James?
This-
anything? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Too much? Too little? What? What's going?
Forget the kiss, guys. This is Myriad.
No, I get that, but I'm saying that
That was just. It was funny.
that's when we found
Oh,
out.
yeah.
We're like, what the fuck is
yeah.
going on with James?
What's happening?
James, tell her something. Say something. What's going on? Then he just turns around and walks away. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Did he like change his mind? Did he change his mind or something? But then when he walked out and there was other people walking in front of him, just out of frame, I was like, no, something's up.
Yep. It's like they're all mind-controlled, brainwashed zombies.
But that's what Myriad is.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what was so bad that they would rather let Krypton die.
Yeah.
They took
And
away
see-
free will. That's what was so bad.
Yeah.
But see, what's funny is that it doesn't affect Kara. So did they change it to affect the humans now and not
Yeah.
Kryptonians?
I think
Because-
no, but I think if the Kryptonians like on their planet, I don't think that like it would. I think 100% think it would have worked for the Kryptonians on their planet. But I think because of the yellow sun and the powers that the yellow sun gives the Kryptonians on Earth, that it makes the Kryptonians immune on Earth
But
Okay.
also
because they don't have these superpowers on Krypton.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
but does it just on humans? Because hello, John, would it work on John?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll have to
It's
see.
the alien.
But I think
No.
there, even if it was they were on, let's say they were on Krypton and they used Myriad, there would have to be an exception for the people who were going to rule.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there would have to be some sort of exception. So maybe it was blood and the fact that
It could be,
Kara is related to
But,
but that doesn't explain Non.
His minions, the people that are with him, aren't blood. So maybe he redid
no,
it.
but what I mean is they have the people who were going to
Mhm.
rule. Like it wasn't just going to be one person. I'm sure it was going to be the
Of course
group.
not.
Right.
So it's the group, and the fact that Kara is related to Astrid,
It's
she
possible.
might be immune.
It might be a proximity thing as well, because we don't know if like the DEO is going to be affected.
Mm-mm.
You know,
So
we don't know if this extends to just National City in the proximity, or if the entire
Yeah,
Earth is under this command
No,
right
well,
now.
he said the city now, and then
Right.
the world.
The
So
world.
right, I think it's the city. Right now, it's just the city. I think it's kind of like a test program.
Yeah.
They're guinea pigs to see how well it works, and if it works out well, and then iron out all the kinks, then they're going to go global.
Okay. My first thought was because my first comic I ever bought was a comic with Grodd and Supergirl, where Grodd was manipulating her. So I was like, are they bringing a version of Grodd into Supergirl? Because, oh my god, that'd be amazing. And then I thought that Myriad was just boring because I wanted to see Grodd instead.
Hey, but going back to merging the multiverse, that opens up Grodd Supergirl storyline right there. You know, if they do merge these two universes.
Yeah.
Did we dub what Earth this is on Supergirl yet?
No.
No, they didn't dub it.
No,
but I mean,
not they, us.
us
No.
Earth 3.
This is Earth 3?
Is it just
I mean,
three?
if we're going logical progression wise.
No, I'm not talking about logical progression, like, because Gotham is Earth 33.
That's logical.
Yeah, but Gotham's out there. So
Gotham is Earth
33 makes
33.
sense.
Yeah, so I'm
33
saying,
makes sense because we picked a random number, but in this it's sequential, so this is Earth 3.
Okay.
alright.
Unless you want to pick a crazy number, you can
I
do
think
that.
the reason why we picked a crazy
42.
number for that is because Because Earth 3 seems like something closer to what the show is going to eventually define.
Okay.
It's 42.
No, that's way too far out there.
It's Area 52.
This is how we could remember this. It's Earth 18 because it was episode 18.
69?
No. It's Earth 18. That's what I'm calling it.
Okay.
Supergirl lives in Earth 18.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's Earth 3, guys.
No.
Am I the only one who can do math?
I don't care what Earth is. It can
Labeling
be Earth 8 for all I care.
is labeling a universe with a number math.
No, counting is math. 1, 2, 3 is math.
Okay.
It's Earth Auburn.
Whatever. It's a different Earth
It's a
than Barry's
bullshit
Earth,
color.
and it's a different
It's
Earth
a
than
bullshit
Earth 2.
color.
It's a bullshit Earth.
It's a bullshit Earth.
No, I want the Earth to be merged, but more than that, this episode answered a question for me that the Flash never even answered for me. And that's how much food Barry has to consume in a day. He has to eat
10,000 calories.
10,000 calories in a day.
Like 10.
Do you like donuts?
I like donuts.
I just love the fact that you found yourself your girl right there.
Yeah,
Do you like
they
donuts?
found their twin.
I know. The fact, I don't know, the two of them together is so freaking cute and hilarious. They need to do it again.
All the time.
All the time. Can we just have a Flash and Supergirl show?
Super best friends.
The Super Best Friend show. I'd watch it.
It doesn't even have to have any crime fighting. It can just be like a sitcom, ha-ha, on
Yeah,
oh
my
God,
yes.
Oh, a half-an-hour sitcom with just the two of them?
That's,
Get on this. Make it a webisode or something.
that's something that Tumblr has been demanding of the Avengers for years. Just like no crime fighting, them just in a house together.
You're like the Odd Couple, but with a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, no, they can make it a webisode. Just a couple, you know what I mean? Just a half-hour show. Just
They can make it unanimated webisodes. Oh, like Vixen. Yay.
They could.
We need more of that.
They could.
Okay.
More of that.
Get on it.
Get on it.
You know they listen to us, right?
I'm really excited.
CWC.
I'm really excited
happen.
for the potential merge of universes, and that has me more excited than anything that's going on in any of the shows right now. Is just the fact that they could merge.
Yeah, and I have one more thing I want to add about that.
Well, let me just ask you real quick before we go into that.
Okay.
When do you think would be an appropriate time to do this? If they were to
Merge?
do the merge, like clearly it's not going to happen this season.
A season finale. They're gonna do it on a season finale.
Honestly,
And all summer going.
honestly, the only way I see it happening is if there's a real threat to more than one world at a time.
Yeah.
Watch is gonna happen on Legends.
Does it have to be more than one world at a time though? What if Supergirl's world is about to collapse? Like, let's say for example the Myriad goes through or whatever, and it's more than just the mind control, and it's actually putting the planet at risk. And Kara is able to get in touch with Barry, whether she traverses or Barry comes back, and is like, the world is dying, and Barry's like, if we can match the frequency, the vibrations of your Earth to mine, we can merge the Earths.
Yeah. Okay. See, because I was thinking too much in the gear of the comics. But you're right. With the stuff that's been happening in Flash, they could manage to do it themselves.
Yeah.
And
But what I was thinking is because the merging of the multiverse has only happened out of conflict. Like shit's gone down, and
Right.
it's just kind of happened. You know, it's like no one is like, this is the answer we have to do to save the.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like, hey guys, it's gonna be funsies to be besties together. Let's merge. Like, no, it's gonna come down
I'm
to.
I'm wondering also. I mean, it's a possibility because they said that possible if it does get picked up or something. That Superman might make an appearance. This might be a time for him to make an appearance to help them do this. To have all three of them do it.
Yeah.
Have all three of them do all three of their powers to combine.
my
with our powers
Well,
combined.
keep in mind, Supergirl.
I didn't hear what you said. You said it too fast. I don't.
Well, like Superman. This is a good time.
Superman. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a good time for Superman to show up and help them.
Right. Keep in mind, though, Supergirl only has 2 more episodes left. Mm-hmm. There's only 2 more. There's Myriad, which is next week, and then there's Better Angels, which is the week after, and then the season's over.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's happening this season.
Right.
No.
It happens at all, which I think it will happen.
Right.
But here's the thing.
I just also thought about, can you imagine Kara, Barry, and Felicity all getting together?
Oh my god, nerd off.
Even just putting Cisco in that 3.
I want
trio
I want
would be
Cisco
crazy.
and Win in the same room. That's all I want.
Oh my god!
Make it happen.
No.
I thought of that during the
Cisco, Win. Cleo, would you like to finish that? Who else are we missing?
Let's go win.
We're just talking about him. Curtis.
Yeah,
Curtis.
Yeah.
I said it twice, and I'm like, it's Curtis, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The 3 of them in a room together, because Curtis is really the best thing on Arrow right now.
Fantastic.
So
here's the thing about merging Earths, and we've. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but if you watch Flash, you'll know what just happened. There's an entity that tries to course correct changes to time and space and stuff. So that got me thinking, and there's a character that I've wanted to, with all the mysticism that happens in Arrow, that I've wanted to come on the show for a very long time. His name is the Spectre, and he's the spirit of vengeance, like this deity spirit thing that comes and, tries to keep order and shit. Mm-hmm. And he plays a very big role in Infinite Crisis. If the worlds merge, I think that would be a perfect time to bring him on.
All right, so I'm just going to say, because I think it's kind of impossible to go forth with what I want to say without kind of spoiling this. Okay. So the entity in which we're talking about is a time wraith. Right?
Yes.
It's kind of like a ghost type creature. And that got me thinking, as soon as you started mentioning that with all of this, like Legends of Tomorrow would have to be involved in that, in this merge, and it's going to be more than just Flash and Arrow. And Legends will probably have to come together and really do everything they can to make this work well. Mm-hmm. And then that got me thinking, if we're going to have these spirits, these time wraiths and stuff like that, who better than John Constantine to get involved in this, who's already rumored to be on the season 2 cast for Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're really fucking getting these universes all thrown together if you're pulling, Constantine back out of, cancellation to get thrown into this universe.
I love Constantine. I wish that would have took off.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. That's the Spectre.
Yep.
Fucking, if he shows up, cosmic being, I'm in. Like, that'll be amazing. Because ever since they started doing, like, the magic stuff in Arrow, I've been thinking, like, oh, the Spectre would be awesome. Spirit of Vengeance, that sort of shit, Yeah.
Yeah. And then this will get Clark and Kara over into, the Arrowverse and, like, physically in the Arrowverse. They're already in it. They're in the multiverse, but,
and
together.
They're already dipping their toes into the supernatural and Supergirl with Silver Banshee, so.
Right, and now they understand what metahumans are here, because they talked about having a way to contain metahumans, and even though it's a curse, even though it's a curse, and we don't know exactly what Livewire is. She's like a program, but she's not, and it's hard to.
No, she gets hit by electricity.
Okay, so she kind of is a meta.
She's kind of like a metahuman.
Yeah.
She can go into an electrical current.
Right, so she's more of a metahuman than Silver Banshee is. Silver Banshee's metahuman by curse, but that's technically magical.
That's magical.
But regardless, I think it's the same principle of which contains them. Yes. And just having the knowledge of that is going to help. The worlds are so close together already, and with the absence of everything on this show, other than the fact that National City exists, but the absence of Clark and Kara in that world, and the absence of everybody in the Arrowverse in this world just screams for setup for merger. That's
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't see it not happening. Even if this show gets canceled for some strange reason, and then the CW decides not to pick it up, I think they're still going to go through a storyline with the merger just integrate the characters into the existing shows. Like,
merge the worlds together, and then all of a sudden Supergirl and them are
yeah,
on
they just
Flash?
keep making guest appearances and stuff. Like, you know,
Could possibly work.
because I mean that's what they're doing with Constantine. Constantine's whole show was canceled. They didn't pick it up and be like, hey guys, since you made an appearance on the Arrow now, we're gonna bring Constantine's show back. They didn't do that, you know, so they could still find a way to fit Kara into.
I fucking love that actor though.
What if Kara goes with the Legends of Tomorrow and goes, you know, around with season 2?
They are down a team member.
So, who knows? Anyway, next episode, we have a week off. Next episode is called Myriad. Kara must find a way to free her friends when Non and Indigo use mind control to turn National City citizens into their own army.
Okay, so with that, it doesn't sound like it affects humans. It only affects people that were born on Earth, because she's not a Krypton.
Right.
She's an alien.
But she's a computer, and they used... Yeah, but on Krypton, they used the Brainiacs as supercomputers.
Well,
so
yeah.
I assume Myriad was built on a similar supercomputer. So she's probably what's running it.
Yeah, she might. But
and it says National Cities
it's just something
citizens.
that might come up. That John might come back.
Yeah, it says National Cities citizens, not necessarily the humans of Earth, true. And you know, it's so who knows? Maybe John Jones will be affected. We don't know.
I know. I hope this he might come back and help.
I really...
Or maybe they'll come back with their dad. I don't know.
We only have 2 more episodes, and we still haven't seen him yet. I think that's going to be the finale. I think I called that a couple episodes ago. I think I even called that earlier on.
Train is slotted for another episode before the season's over.
I think I think we all called that he's not actually dead a long time ago too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else before we wrap this up?
Only 2 episodes left.
All right. Cleo, what Earth can the people find you on?
They can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest Earths at Cleomoto.
That's 3.
They can find you on 3 Earths?
Find me on 3 different Earths.
You vibrate at 3 different frequencies at the same time?
I may not be on them at the same time.
Okay.
Oh, that's how that works.
I may visit one a lot more than the other 2.
Gotcha.
Pinterest.
That was the Pinterester.
Post about the Winter Soldier.
Rachel, what Earth can the people find you on?
They can find me at Twitter at Savannah17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nikki, what Earth can the people find you on?
Well, I mean, I do traverse a lot of Earths too, but the only one that I'm going to be listing is the one called Twitter, and that's, you can find me at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
And occasionally on Earth 33.
Yeah, occasionally.
As a Gotham hoodlum.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm all about that.
I mean, she's already transferring the multiverse right now, wearing Punisher and
Star Wars.
She's got a Star Wars shirt on under her hoodie, and then she's on a DC show right now. So you can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
I missed that.
You can find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, MySpace, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Until next week.
Bye-bye.
Next time.
Next time.
Next time.
Princess Wave.
I always say next time now. Just in case.
Just in case. Cool.
If my first name was Justin, I would legally change my last name to In Case.
You wouldn't have to say In Case.
No, I thought you were going to say
case.
Bieber.
Just Case.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah.
I thought you was going to say Bieber.
No. Maybe they'll luck out and Justin Bieber will not be on either of these Earths when they merge.
They'll cancel each other out, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.